So students, as we have seen the concept of adding element to an array list, the concept of adding a particular element to a particular index in array list, how to clear the array list, fine. And today or in this video we will see how isEmpty can be implemented, add all can be implemented, and add all with index can be implemented. Fine. So let's discuss first isEmpty. isEmpty is what? Suppose I have cleared all the values here. I cleared all the values from the list. Thereafter I am trying to print. So what it will print? It will print a blank square bracket. It means there is nothing in the list. Fine. Now suppose I am just writing system.out.println list1 is empty. So it will return a boolean value whether the data is available in that list or not. So what it is returning? It is returning true, because after clearing the data there is nothing, so it is showing true. Suppose I will remove this clear one. I will make remark here. So I didn't clear it, means there is data available in my list. Let print now. Let run now. Sorry. Let compile now. Check what it is showing. False. It means because of there is data available in list1 object of integer type of array list class, so it is showing false as the result. Fine. Now let's continue with add all. Add all collection. In this case what it is doing, now it is used to append all the elements in the specified location to the end of the list. We can add a list of data to another list. Fine. Here we can add a list of data to another list. It means, so it means we can add, we can append in the sense what? Whatever data it will have before, it will exist, it will stay, as well as some new data will get added. Fine. So in this case, for seeing this example, we need how many list? We need how many collection? We need 2 collection, and there should be data in these 2 collection. So let's go to the NetBeans and check. Okay, let check in the NetBeans. So I'm declaring here list1 dot add. I'm just adding some data here. Fine. Add. I'm adding the data. Suppose say 12. List1 dot add. Adding 54. These 2 data let it be. Now I'm creating one more list, that is list 2. Because I should have 2, na? So one list data I can add to another list. Fine. So now in list 2, I'm adding the data. You check. I'm adding suppose 70. This is list 2. So I can copy, can paste. Yeah. So now check. So there are 3 data I'm putting in list 2. So we can see them. If you want to see the result, to be sure that whose data is, or who is containing what kind of data, so we can print them, these 2. So compiling, at first the result of list 1 is coming, thereafter the data of list 2 is coming. Okay, clear? Now what we can do here, we want to add all the content of list 1 to list 2. Okay, so what I can do here, I can make one more print statement, and I can do here list 2 dot list 1. So it means the content of list dot add all, I need to do add all what? List 1. I want to add all the contents of all the elements of list 1 to list 2. Okay, it will return what? After it get completed, it will return what? Check what it is returning, students. True. It means succeeded. All the data get added to list 2. Now let print the list 2. Now let print list 2. Fine. Simply we will print it to check whether it added or not. Check here. Previously in list 1 we had data what? We had 50, 12 and 54. Then in list 2 we had data 70 and 90 and 30. Thereafter it is showing true. It means this particular task get succeeded. Fine. Thereafter I want to print list 2. So printing, what it is printing, you check. This is list 2. So 70, 90 and 30 all it is printing at first. Thereafter it is simply printing the data it added, the data it brought. So it means it will go to the end of the list and it will add or append whatever it brought from another list, from a list. Fine. So this is how the thing can be done using add all. So there is one more possibility in add all, that is what? Now suppose I want to add in a particular location. I want to add data in a particular location. So I can specify index. So it will append all the elements in the specified location, specified collection, starting from specified position. It means I can add data in a particular position as well. So for that, what I need to do? List 2.add all. Here only I am modifying. I want to add in second position. So second, 2 I wrote, thereafter I wrote, let's write 1 because we are having only 3 record in list 2. 1 list 1. It means 0 it will leave, 1 it will leave. Fine. After that it will add all the list. So check now what it is doing. See, it leaves the 70. It leaves 70. 0 that is left. And 1th position who brought? Who came? 12. So 12 and 54 came. Thereafter all came as usual, or all came whatever was left. So 70, 90, 30. In between 70 and 90 we just inserted 12 and 54 as I wrote here 1. Hope understood this concept, students. Now the same thing I can do with other data type as well. For example, you will have confusion, sir, how can we enter data for string? So you can do, simply you have to write here string, and you can write here string, and what you need to do? List1 dot add. You can write here whatever you wish to write. Suppose let's write cat. Fine. Copying, pasting, adding one more. So this is how the string can be done. So system.out.println, I forget to write println and what? List1. Okay, so check, it is printing. Fine. In the same way we can do for float as well. So float also can be declared. So I am declaring here, suppose for float. So check, as they are interface. Remember students, you have to write, they are not data type, the float, whatever we are writing here. So they have to be written, they have to retain in capital the first letter. Float is not supported, so better to go with double. Okay, double for float. So now let's do what we can do. List 2, what we can do? Let's copy this and paste here. Make here list 2. And the float value we need to give, so 45.4 we can give. Fine, understood students? So that also I can print. Make here list 2. So list 1 and list 2, two lists we are having, and one list is holding the string and other list is holding the point value, fraction value, that is float value. Okay, hope all of you understood all these 7 methods I explained one by one. All of you understood with the definition and all I gave.